It's a bit Seinfeldian, of course, the month that Seinfeld is going on to Netflix. It's a bit of a fight about nothing. What exactly are these two parties fighting about? Obviously, again, when you talk about the bills that are potentially going to come up, right? The infrastructure bill, the bigger social spending bill, there's a real fight about principles, about the role of government, and about policy. But here with the debt ceiling, I think, as Joe Biden said, it's really a fight about nothing. As he mentioned, the United States has already borrowed this money. There's not much that the United States is going to be able to do to not borrow money between now and October 18th. It has to pay its bills. It has to pay the interest on the debt. And so it's really a fight about nothing. It's about brinkmanship and about image, and the Republicans saying that they don't want to help the Democrats, and they want the Democrats to be seen as being responsible for running up the nation's bills and running up the U.S. debt. Again, it's a bit far from the truth, but at the end of the day, the Republicans' argument is that Democrats can do it by themselves. Again, raising the question, even if that process is complicated and cumbersome, why the Democrats don't just do it, and why, in a sense, Alec, they've wasted so much time trying to chase Mitch McConnell and chase the Republicans around.
Right, and the issue of the U.S. debt, it's been going on for years and multiple administrations that the debt grows and grows and grows. I mean, is this something that's out of control, or is it just a natural part of how things are conducted?
It's a debate that economists have, and again, it's a debate that's really been joined, of course, over the course of the pandemic, given just how much money has been spent by the U.S. and by other governments. How much debt is too much? How much debt is unhealthy? But of course, for the United States, which has the world's reserve currency, which can print money, which obviously has a much stronger, much more healthy, much more established economy, the rules are a little bit different than they are even for other developed countries. But obviously the question of how much debt is too much is a live question, but that's not really what the debt ceiling is about. As Joe Biden mentioned, right, even if in principle you want less debt, you're not going to get it between now and October 18th. So all that would happen is, if the United States were not to lift the debt ceiling, is potential economic catastrophe. At least that's what the projections are. But it wouldn't actually help the United States rein in its debt. It's simply an issue of image. It's simply a game of chicken. But again, raising questions, I think, with both sides. On the Republican side, why exactly they've picked this fight rather than others, which are on issues that are of more substance and where there is much more room for them to oppose and to get traction among the public. And from the Democratic perspective, Alec, why they are chasing after Mitch McConnell instead of going towards this other procedure, trying to get all of their legislators on side and pass it without the Republicans.
A lot of fighting there between the two parties, and we've been very used to that in recent years. Owen Alterman, thank you very much.